Papa's Burgeria. I think that so recently, not even recently, for a while actually, just been feeling this like unbearable sense of boredom, and I'm trying to think of like games to play. Um, um, yeah, it's like a haze. It's like a really strong haze that we're feeling recently. It's kind of peaceful though, just like intense neutrality, just feeling extremely neutral, which is kind of troublesome when I'm trying to find motivation to play certain games. I probably only got like, I think I'll do a few more hegemonic play matchups, and then maybe I'll do a guide video on how to unlock certain characters. I'm still debating if I'm gonna bother doing that, but I know I think I should. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, I think I might send. I might. Cause I think I'm just lacking that thrill that I used to feel for certain games. So it might be time for a genre switch, I think. Because I feel like, because the main reason why I even returned to making Hajime no videos after like my longish break. Well, for one, the only reason I had that break was because my laptop got corrupted, my BIOS was corrupted, I corrupted it on accident. And then after I got a new laptop, because during that time, I felt like I wasn't fully finished with Hajime no Ippo stuff, and the only reason I returned was because I felt like I could reach the level that I wanted. And I think I've done that. I think I've actually done that. I think I've reached as far as I really want to go in Hajime no Ippo now. I think I've unlocked my skill max. Yeah, I think I've maxed out my skills for Hajime no Ippo. And honestly, I'm really satisfied. I'm really satisfied because even now I feel like my skills are actually degrading at Hajime no Ippo. Like I feel like I'm starting to get a bit lazier with the way I play. Perfect burger. 193.94. Bingo. Thanks for the tip. But yeah, I guess I feel like I've accomplished my goal, right, in Hajime no Ippo, Victoria's Road, which is to reach the skill level I have, and I'm kind of okay with like leaving it now as it is because I've already done some tutorial videos, and I don't think there were any tutorial videos that I could find about the game, and so I feel like maybe in the future, you know, Hajime no Ippo Victoria's Road, it seems to have pretty underrated community, which I'm sure will grow eventually with just exposure. With exposure. Hajime no Ippo is huge anyway, so yeah, obviously someone's gonna eventually stumble along the game and hopefully um benefit from some of my tutorial videos. Because certain videos I think are just fun to make for the fun of making them. Like right now, this isn't like a video I expect to go viral. But my tutorial videos are actually like made with the intention of helping people. And so it's those type of videos are actually like satisfy me differently to the videos I'm making now, which is just rants. And just like verbalizing my thoughts. I guess what I hope is that the Hajime no Ippo Victoria's Road community will like grow, and that my tutorial videos will actually help in that growth. I really do hope that someone like, because when I was playing the game, it was just trial and error. Literally, there was no tutorials on how to play, like strategies or anything like that. But maybe someone has a head start now, instead of having to start from scratch like I did. And I think I'd be happy with that. I think I am happy with that. So yeah, I don't really feel a strong need to continue with hegemony stuff. Obviously, after I've done like my final matchups, final few matchups and whatever, then yeah, I think I'll just move on to the next game. But I guess it's kind of like, you know, it's not like a huge deal. But I view this channel as an extension of myself, right? I plan on doing YouTube for a very long time, even just casually. And so, and plus, the Hajime no Ippo series was like more or less like the early series or collection of videos that I've been doing. So the game will always have a special place in my heart. It will always be something that I look back at fondly. So although it basically is a simple game switch, right? Just a switch in genre, it's also got that sentimental value. A while ago I watched the Chainsaw Man movie, and I've already read the first part of the Chainsaw Man manga and a little bit of the second part. Still need to catch up with the second part. And the guy that made Chainsaw Man also made another great manga called Fire Punch, and Fire Punch is a really good manga in my opinion. Minus the incest, it's actually really good, and I highly recommend it. Fire Punch. And ooh, I need to make another burger. And I've been looking for something like that, something like Chainsaw Man, something like Fire Punch, something like the first season of Attack on Titan, just like stuff like that. Just really intense and interesting media, but I can't seem to find it. I might have to switch to horror games. I might switch to horror games. Because the horror games, like, the main reason people play them is the fear aspect. Because maybe maybe I'll find what I'm looking for with horror games, or something like that. I watched Shishio no Joe at a pretty young age, like maybe 15. Maybe 15, 14, I don't remember, but I was kind of young when I watched it. And I truly agree with Joe's philosophy of white ash, just burning out until there's nothing left but white ash. Something I actually seriously agree with. I think it just makes sense, right? Because I think living past a certain age is just pointless. I think it's just a waste of time, a waste of energy. But Joe's method, Joe's approach, would make sense. Like, it would be better to just burn out young. I find philosophies like that really interesting. For example, Andrew Neiman from one of my favorite movies, Whiplash, has a sort of, I guess, a similar philosophy, um, where he's just in the pursuit of greatness to a very extreme level. And I thought there was something similar in the way that oh my gosh, I've forgotten his name. That guy from Cyberpunk. That guy. I know Cyberpunk's like no, a pretty. I don't know about a lot of people like Cyberpunk, so sorry for forgetting his name, but that guy from Cyberpunk, the main guy, and then he like dies at the end. I thought it kind of reminded me of Choyubuki's White Ash, but the only difference was I didn't really care that he died. Oh, David, that's his name, David Martinez. I mean, the story was cool, the vibe was cool. But I was just, wow, during the time when I was watching it, I was just thinking like, damn, this really reminds me of Ashino Joe. So I guess I wasn't fully immersed in the death scene. Speaking of a Chainsaw Man movie, actually, wait, what? No, that doesn't make any sense. So with the Chainsaw Man movie, with the Rize movie, although I've read the manga, um, the movie actually was like it was a different experience from reading the manga because the movie was good as well. The movie was just as good, maybe even better than the manga in the way it was visualized and the music, stuff like that. And I remember feeling really sad when Rize died, even though I knew she was gonna die anyway. Right? It's a really strange because normally I don't care that much. Like it's only very specific situations. Like for example, Joe's death I cried, but that was because I was young, and because Joe's like I don't know, because Yoshino Joe's amazing. So Yoshino Joe's in a different category to other animes. And I think I also cried because I'm not really a big crier when it comes to animes, but I think I also cried what else did I cry at? I cried when Ryan Reynolds in Buried. I think that's the name of the movie. When he basically dies at the end. That was sad. And maybe some other stuff, but I can't really remember right now. Point is though, I felt very sad when Rize died. Um, but funnily enough, I don't really feel that way in real life when like real life people die. I think the best way to describe it is that I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It really doesn't make sense. I feel like it's more immersive and you get more attached to fictional characters than characters in real life. That's how I feel. Because in media, they're basically perfect. While in real life, basically reminded that they're just as human and mortal as yourself, which kind of ruins the illusion. I can never really understand worshipping or really caring that deeply about another human. It just doesn't really make sense. I guess I'm exposing myself a little bit, but that's truly how I feel. It's how I felt for a very long time. I think people are just overrated, to be honest. And I was seriously questioning if I should even bother making these types of videos, but I realized that it doesn't actually matter. And that there's no point in me holding back. As long as I don't say anything stupid that will get this channel demonetized, then it should be okay. And plus, I'm early enough into the channel where I don't really have to tailor to a crazy audience, so like I'm not financially dependent on this channel. So it doesn't really need to be monetized. It's not monetized, and I have enough subscribers for it to be monetized. And even then, I don't know, maybe the channel will never, like, reach a crazy number of subscribers, which is okay. I think that's fine. I think I truly am, I think I would just be satisfied with casual videos, and just gaming videos, and just making, uploading whatever I want. Anyway, that's basically it. That's basically what I had to say.